Really excited about this one. I've never presented this. This is from Auto Joe. It's called a multi-purpose cleaning gel. And why would you need a gel? Well, let's think about all the nooks and crannies that you can never get into to clean. Look at this. This is a moldable gel. It's not sticky. There's no residue, there's no scent to this, but you are able to use this and get into the cracks and crevices of, let's say, the computer keyboards or the air vents, or for me, it would be remote controls and video game controllers. Maybe it's the furniture. Take this in the car, the cup holders, the little coin holders, all the air vents in the car, all those spots where dirt, debris, and dust can build up. You can now roll it all away. And then you knead this, and you use it all over again. Also, my silverware drawer. Do you guys notice that? Like the crumbs, somehow they get in the silverware drawer where clean silverware is. It's mind-boggling, but this can help you clean it up. And Bobby Milliken is here to show us how we're gonna use this. We're gonna answer all the questions. But Bobby, we're gonna need 4 of these today for $18.95. I kind of love it, and it's kind of fun to just
How cool is this,
play
right?
with. It's really neat.
This has been so popular, and we saw this, and Joe, the owner of Snow Joe, Son Joe, saw this, said, we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it better. And now we have this Auto Joe gel that's so simple to use and fun, to be honest. You just open it up, take it out of the jar, you knead it in between your fingers, and that kind of activates it. And what this is gonna do is attract and trap that dirt and debris. Whoa. Look at that, just one roll back and forth on the keyboard. Now what I want you to notice about this keyboard is you can see the lights. So that tells you obviously it's on, it's lit, it's an electronic. How else would you clean this up? You can't spray anything on it. You can't do a damp cloth on it. True. Because it's an electronic.
Well, even like people buy the things that blow air, but what happens when you do that?
It goes everywhere.
Up in the air.
Now, I use those for some things, but it goes everywhere, and they're expensive.
They are not cheap.
They're really, you're like, you paid what for air?
Reusable,
No, they're not reusable.
Touché.
That's a great point. This is reusable. And how do you reuse it? You just knead it back and forth. So where this is gonna really, what's the word? The proof is in the pudding, or where you're really gonna get the best bang for your buck is in the car, like we're showing you on those vents, the dashboard, in between the console, the seats, that it looks like the back trunk area, if I can tell. Whatever is a space that is small, too small for your fingers to get in between there, this is where this product is going to shine. It just gets in there, and how does it work? It attracts and traps the dirt and debris. That's, I can't make it any more simple. That's what it does.
You know what's neat too, when you use it, then you just knead it, and it's almost like it pulls all the junk into it. Right. So then you can use it again. Like I don't have to actually rinse this off.
What's happening is once you like roll, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I like to kind of roll it, but what's great, you can see in this calculator, anything with big buttons or indentations, it's gonna get in between there. So you can kind of see the before and the after, how well it does. Once that dirt gets on there, it's reusable. So you're not washing this or cleaning it. Look at that, you just fold it and you see what happens. More open area to clean shows up.
It's incredible.
So you reuse it and reuse it and reuse it over and over again until at one point, yes, it's going to get so dirty, then it's time to toss it eventually, You are
getting 4.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, you get 4. So if you get through 4 of these yourself, you really got major
This is a great price too. All I think about is just how satisfying it's gonna be to take this into your house, the office, the car, the kids' room, all these areas, and be able to use it on so many different things. In the kitchen too, I didn't think about that. Think about the silverware drawer.
That's a good one. That is, why didn't I put that for my dinner? That is so good.
Eating over the drawer, and I've had this conversation. I'm like, how do all these crumbs get in there? But you can't ever get them because they fall into like the crevices and the spaces. Maybe it's around the oven or around the sink. It can fall into those, and no vacuum's gonna get that. I have literally taken like steak knives and tried to flick out the crap that's in between. It's so frustrating.
Such a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like this like pepper stuff on this top of this fan is what my white silverware holder looks like. I don't know how. I have no idea why it looks like that.
I'm not the only one.
If you get close, you can see those kind of black, look like pepper flakes, right? You just do a roll and look at how quickly it gets that, even by the button, the area, those little cracks, look at that, it just came right up, and you can see the proof is in the paper. In this case, proof is in the gel, and what do you do with it? You just reuse it and you knead it. So what's really good about this is the R's. It's reusable, and there's no residue. So Michelle said it great. There's no scent, and there's no residue. So it doesn't leave anything stickier, any film on your hand or on the item or your product that you're cleaning up.
And then you can just store it right back in the the little jar.
Exactly.
You could keep one in the car, one in the kitchen, maybe in the laundry room, in the office even, because you do get 4 of these. Really, really easy to use and reuse over and over again. And if you're picking it up today, because we have 5 flex pay on everything, that ends at midnight, $3.79 would be your flex pay. And you even get to try it out for 30 days. I mean, just take it in the car and see the sheer amount of stuff that you're gonna get. Air vents.
The vents is a good one.
We just changed all of our filters in our house.
Yep.
We had to get on a ladder, take them down off the ceiling, and they're covered in dust.
Yeah.
Even when I sprayed it with water, it would not come off. So I had to roll a paper towel. It all clumps up.
It clumps up.
And go line by line. It took forever. This would have been great.
Line by line, like my tax returns. Yeah, you do that. Get it in one big fell swoop. Like if you have something with grates, or I say indentations of grates, like this fan right here, you know, how would you clean this? Again, to your point, you could put some canned air on it and blow it, but you're just blowing it across the room.
Right.
You could do maybe a wet paper towel, but it's gonna clump up and not really get in between. When you have your Auto Joe cleaning gel, you just run it back and forth, and you can tell it's picking stuff up because look at that.
And look how it took the shape of what you're cleaning.
It exactly mimics the shape of what you are. That's how you know that it's getting down in between there. So whether it's the middle part, the bottom base, you can see that it had some dirt and some grime. I just roll it and look at that. I mean, you can see the shine on it, how quickly it picks that up. But to me, the real coolness about this product is its ability to get down where our fingers cannot get to. That to me is the best value.
And it's specifically made for this purpose. So
yeah.
It's gonna be a lot more durable. It's meant to kind of mold and take the shape of whatever you're cleaning, but no residue, no stickiness, no odor left behind. It's not wet. I noticed when you did the keyboard, it's like, it looks brand new. It looks like you sprayed something on it. No, there's no residue left behind.
You notice I'm not scrubbing or rubbing. That's not that type of party.
It just falls into what
you just roll it. Maybe you want to give a little push, and you can even see on that one, see the indentation of the keys from the keyboard?
Yeah.
And again, this is an electronic. It's powered, okay, by electricity. You can't get water on this guy, but what you can do is use your Auto Joe cleaning gel, and it's going to be all right there, and you say, hey, that part's dirty. Hey, that's okay. Just fold it, knead it, turn it around upside down, you're ready to go. That's a good one, because my remote, I don't know, how do they get dirty? Like, where does it come from? Is it the dog hair?
We have one where one button is permanently down because there's like a crumb, and I don't know what it is. It's like my kids just eat over the remote control.
Their one favorite area.
Seriously, think about being able, look at, I've never used this on the air. Look at that. You could just roll it and it will take the shape, look at, of the buttons.
You can see what numbers are done.
That is, now we know what we're, oh my gosh, video game controllers. This would be
I'm a big gamer. I love using this at home on my controller. So again, it's got those thumb rollers, I guess they would call roller buttons. And the problem is they have that little area down below that you can't get to. Even with something as small as like a Q-tip is not really gonna get down there. So the keyboards in the office, great use of this Auto Gel. In the car is probably the best use. So I say, however many cars you have, get one for each car. So if you get 2 cars in the family, you got 2 right there. If you've got his and hers office at home, get one for the office, and then maybe gift that 4th one. However you want to do it. The fact that you get 4 is unbelievable. The fact that it has a home base, it's kind of a, you'd think, oh, that's not a very big deal, but it's nice because it has a place to go. Otherwise, you throw this in a drawer, forget about it, and not use it. But because you can close it up, you've got a nice place to store it, and remember, it's got the nice label. When you want to use it, you take it with you, it stays in your car. You maybe just give it a quick refresh, which just means back and forth in the hand, and then a couple rolls, and you are ready to start cleaning that dirt and debris.
Remember, 4 jars of this you're getting. We've got a lot of examples. I mean, keyboard, that's a great idea.
Electronics,
cup holders,
cameras.
Any electronics. Yeah, if you think about the little change holder in the cars that you can never get to. Look at the cameras, that difference. That's awesome. And that even has like the glass display window, but you don't want to rub on something like that because you could scratch it, right? That's not something that you want to do. Even in the car, I noticed our seats, after we've had the car cleaned, the crevices around the seat, they always have like little crumbs. Or even the control,
you know, like the switch that goes back and forth, the lumbar, that little switch, that's a
good point.
Right there. Oh,
How are you
once you get this home, you're like, oh, I can use it there. I could use it there. It's almost like pressure washing. You start doing it, you're like, I can get all that clean. But even, you know, I've got 2 little kiddos at home. We have stuff like this. We have keyboards, instruments. They get dirty real quick. So I just put it on here. Look at that. Go over the keys. You saw those black specks. And voila, it's getting cleaned that quickly, that easily.
Maybe it's furniture, it could be dashboards, cup holders, keyboards, computer equipment, anything that's oddly shaped, you know, that items that you can't get a vacuum into, you can't get spray or you shouldn't put spray in. I mean, I've busted out the cotton swabs for your ears to try and get little, I mean, just don't waste your time. Just grab one of these.
It's gonna take a long time for that.
It's gonna take a long time and a lot of frustration.
And we're not saying, hey, don't vacuum out your car.
Sure, sure.
If you've got a lot of stuff, a lot of hair, yes, use the vacuum. This is kind of the detailing aspect of it, the little tiny nooks and crannies. Again, the way this works is it's going to attract and trap that dirt and debris. So you can have a car that looks good, feels good, you're ready to rock. You're not seeing all those little stains and stuff. And I even had a couple little dog hairs. It's not gonna pick up a ton of hair, but little tiny little hairs, it will get those up and just goes right in the middle, and you knead it in between the fingers, and then you're gonna see more areas to attract and trap more dirt.
And then eventually, when this thing gets super, super full, move on to another jar. You get 4 of them today. So it's a really big bundle. Great price.